you put up your Spotify numbers for 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And you captioned on Instagram, no project released in 2 years, no songs released in 1 year, never been signed, never had a rollout. Screenshot this and mark my words, 2021, it's up.
Facts.
Why that vacant amount of time on the music side of things? Last time I had interviewed you, and people can look it up on this YouTube channel, we had talked about one of your songs, which was Best Friend.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, it sounds like there has been no music out since that point.
Well, see, that's why you got to do your research. Actually, I released, Best Friend was released in 2015, 2016. So here we are, it's 5 years later.
Oh,
So
okay.
in between that time, sweetheart, we've had Konnichiwa, the mixtape, and also we've had Baps, the mixtape, produced and creatively directed by Tasha Couture. And then after that, I got in a relationship, and that shit was like, I got in a relationship, and I don't know, like, I was doing that. Like, you know, I was in love. I was doing that.
You were distracted.
I was being with my man. Like, you
Focused
know what I'm
on
saying?
love.
Yeah, and, like, I actually and my grandma died. My grandma died, too, in between that time, and I just kind of took some time to, you know, love on myself and, you know, be loved by this person, you know what I'm saying? And then after we broke up, then I spent like 8 months healing, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, now here we are. And, you know, so altogether that was like 2 years. And so then here we are now. But I mean, the only release I had, it wasn't my release because I did music for P Valley too this year. So I did release that, but that was, you know, for them. You know, I haven't released a project in 2 years, and I ain't releasing no music in 1 year.
How did the P Valley situation come about?
Shit, they know who really doing this shit. They hit us up, and it was just like, you know, we wanted to know if she could do some songs for P Valley or whatever. This the topic, this what we need her to talk about and stuff like that. And I did it. I sent it back. Like, they sent it that day. I probably sent it back the next day. And they liked it, that shit. They loved it.
Do you think they were aware you hadn't dropped any music in quite some time?
Probably. But I'm not one of a lot of artists, they don't have no fucking personality. Like, the only thing they is their music. That's all they are. Like, is their music. So, with that being said, they have to drop music. They have to depend on music to still be relevant, to still be invited to stuff, for people still to know them, for people to recognize them. I don't have to do that. Plies don't have to do that. Kevin Gates don't have to do that. Because we all people with personalities, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I had not released anything, no project in 2 years, and I hadn't released no song in a year, but I'm still on your TV every Monday. So you seeing me that way. My songs that I do have out, as you can see from the numbers, they still streaming. You know what I'm saying? I'm active on the internet. I'm still getting endorsements and stuff. I had my own Reebok commercial, my own shoe with Reebok. In my Reebok commercial wasn't nobody in it but me. I did a commercial for REESE'S. Like, I still was working. So it wasn't like I just took a year off and did nothing but suck dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? I took a year off and I still was working. I just wasn't putting no music out.
So you were in the studio, because these commercials, I didn't get a chance to see them. Were these commercials music related, or they were?
They were music related.
Okay.
I rapped on my REESE'S commercial wasn't, but my Reebok commercial very much so. I had to write a whole rap for that shit, like, you know.
So aside from working on the commercial, aside from working on the P Valley situation, you were working on music at all during the time that no music was seen?
I did. I was working on music, but I scrapped all that music. I scrapped it all. And I started over. I met my new team, and I really went in the studio. And for the first time in my life, I sat down and I composed a project. Like, I gave myself a span of like 2 weeks, and I really sat down in the studio every day for 2 weeks, and every song that was made, it was made just for this project. Like, I, I didn't just say, oh, y'all, we got 100 songs that's unreleased. Let's pick from them and pick the best ones and put something together. No. Everything on my project was made for my project.
It's fresh.
Yes, except for one song, the song with Tokyo Jetz, but that bitch just so hard it had to go on there.
Explain how old that song is or where that song came from.
Me and Toke, we got a song on there. The song it's a year old, maybe 2.
It was your song featuring her? Was her song featuring you?
Yes, it's my song featuring her. It's my song featuring her. It's a cool song. It'll be on my project. You'll be able to hear it. Everybody will be able to hear it.
And was that idea because your first names are Tokyo? Was that the whole gimmick behind that?
No, Toke actually one of my best friends. Like, I always have a son. She come to all my shit. I come to all her shit. I'm there for her anytime she needs. She there for me anytime I need. Like, that's my real friend.
Do you remember the first time you guys met?
The first time we met was on Instagram. People was posting that Tokyo was gonna be on Love and Hip Hop, but it was but she was like, no, that's the wrong Tokyo. It's this one or whatever. But I was like, and so like we spoke briefly through DM. That's the first time we actually like had an encounter, and the first time we had a personal encounter was we both was on the gram, and I think I was going to get something to eat or something like that or whatever, and we ended up exchanging words, and we was just like, bitch, meet at Benihana's, and she came, and fuck, it's been up ever since. We've been inseparable.
So it was a situation with the name at first that kind of brought you together.
Yeah, but that's not why we was friends. Like, we
Right.
friends because, like, we just fucking relate to each other. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we ended up exchanging words because of the same name.
Do people still get confused with the name, or is that...
Yeah, it's people that walk up to me and be like, Tokyo Jetz. But it's not because they don't know who I am. It's just name switch up. Like, they're walking up to me because they're a fan of me. But they might be like, oh, Tokyo Jetz. So I heard somebody say Tokyo Tony or Tokyo Styles. Like, and I'm sure all of them get the same thing, too, because Toke says she get it all the time, too.
Is that ever discouraging to you? Is that ever...
No, it's not discouraging because it's not like they're mistaking me for another person. Like, my mama called me my brother name sometime. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, I might call Lee Shay or Shay Lee, but it's not because I don't know the difference between them. It's just because I was just moving so fast.
Okay, just curious. Now, you referenced this project. What is the name of the project, and when is the release for it?
Can I say the name of the project? Oh, okay. So, as of now, the name of the project is Bitch I'm About to Flash. And release is first quarter.
Okay, of 2021.
Yes.
And you've already put a song out from it.
Yes.
What's the title of that, and what's been the reaction to it?
The title of it is SBA, and the reaction been lit because that's what the fuck everybody doing right now. You know?
Give me a synopsis on the song. Somebody watching this, hearing about it for the first time.
The song is called SBA. You know what I'm saying? Who you bank with, SBA shit. And basically it's just, you know what I'm saying? We out here making real scam music, you know? For all my fellow scammers, you know?
Why scam music?
Why not? Why not? Niggas make drug dealer music. Hoes make hoe music. I made some scam music. You know, everybody should feel included. Everybody should have a song for them. They make songs for strippers, hoes, drug dealers, gay people. Why they ain't got no song for the scammers? I want them to feel included too.
This is from personal experience?
Maybe. Maybe not. We shall never know. Maybe I'm like the rest of these bitch ass rappers, you know, living through, you know what I'm saying, what they partners be doing. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm like these real ass rappers, living through what they be doing. I'm gonna just let the world imagine, because people believe what they want to believe anyway. It don't matter what you say.
Curious though, I know I know this song is about that and you're making music for them, but have you ever been a victim of a scam yourself? Have you ever been shoe on the other foot, so to speak?
Ain't nobody never scammed me but these niggas. That's it. Perpetrating like they real and they ain't. That was the only scam I ever been in, but ain't nobody never took my identity. But I mean, people make fake profiles of me on Instagram all the time and scam people out of money. They do that to all celebrities. So, I mean, I guess you could say that.
Curious, since we are talking about that, how do you feel when somebody does make a fake profile of you and generate income off of you? Your likeness, your name, things of that nature.
I really be mad at the people's stupidity. Like, why the fuck would I DM you? Like, why would I be in your DMs with a profile with 6 followers saying, send me your Cash App, and I'm like, bitch, if you that stupid, that's on you. So if anything, I be mad at that. That's what I be mad at. I don't be mad that the people made the profile. I don't be mad that they scammed y'all. I be mad that people be stupid enough to feel like that's really me. Like, how could you think that I'm going to be in your DMs asking you to send me money, or, you know what I'm saying? That's just stupid.